Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we are going to take a look at something weird that I noticed, the odd balance between Kaiju number 8 and Kaiju number 9. Now, I think most of us have been thinking of Kaiju number 9 as just a beginning villain, a back villain for Kaiju number 8 to cut his teeth on before he moves on to the actual big bads behind them. But something struck my mind, and that got me thinking. They really do seem to be a pair, Kaiju number 8 and Kaiju number 9. So let's look at this. We really don't know Kaiju number 9's origins in the human world, but given that he's a humanoid kaiju with at least the same level of intelligence as Kafka, we can expect that there was something similar. Now, I was analyzing a part of the story that's had me rather perplexed. The fact that when Kaiju number 8 loses a limb, the limbs dissipate, whatever that means. It appears that the 3rd Division was not able to gather samples from Kaiju number 8 because pretty much as soon as they fall off of his body, his limbs just dissipate. Now, I noted that was in an odd direct contrast to Kaiju number 9's signature power, the power to take dead bodies and reanimate them. And I thought, well, that is an interesting parallel opposite character-wise there. You have one kaiju that as soon as his flesh leaves his body, it dissipates and no longer becomes a threat. And another kaiju that can take dead flesh and recreate an even greater threat out of it. And that really got me thinking about the two of them and how they contrast. And I found a very interesting list of opposites. So first you have their appearance on the scene. We know exactly how Kafka became Kaiju number 8. We think we do at least. But we don't know so much about Kaiju number 9's origin, but we do see when he comes onto the stage. And again, there's that interesting opposite dynamic. Kaiju number 8 got into the Defense Force training grounds honestly on merit through Kafka. Kafka came in, he did not use his kaiju powers, he chose not to, and chose to come in legitimately. Kaiju number 9 broke in illegitimately using his kaiju powers, stole onto the course, and proceeded to start killing people. He came in there distinctly to kill people with no other real plan past that, it appears. Whereas Kafka came in to help people. Then you have just some basic things about their characters. Kaiju number 9 can fight, but prefers not to rely on his own strength and is constantly stepping back and sending others in to do his bidding. Essentially, he's stealing strength. Meanwhile, Kaiju number 8 in Kafka is constantly giving strength, stepping up, stepping forward so other people don't have to fight. Then you have just their general appearance. Kafka is obviously jet black with the bright blue lights, and Kaiju number 9 appears to be a pasty, rotting white. And add to that, Kaiju number 9 appears to be in a constant state of rot and decay, whereas Kaiju number 8 is just, I don't know, crisp doesn't seem the right word, but his body is taut and firm and clearly not rotting. His motif is bone, and bone does not rot. Once the flesh is off of it, it just stays there. And what flesh he does have is firm and strong. And so again, you have a distinct visual opposite dynamic. Then you have their personalities. Kaiju number 9 is utterly dismissive of the humans in pursuit of his goal. He was almost never talking to the humans that he encountered with. He would talk at them sometimes, but he was clearly 100% focused on his goal to the point that he lost track of the humans a lot of the time. And this is one of his weaknesses. Meanwhile, Kaiju number 8 comes in and he's so focused on the humans, first he addresses Kaiju number 9, then he talks to Reno, and then he loses track of his goal and takes the 2 bullets to protect the 2 random Defense Force members. So you have that personality where Kaiju number 9 is utterly focused on his goals and willing to dismiss and just utterly dismissive of humans at every turn. Meanwhile, Kaiju number 8 is completely focused on Kafka's fellow humans and protecting them. Then you have the kaiju themselves. Now, at this point, I'm not talking about Kafka, but the actual kaiju crawled inside of him. Now, aside from the fact that the kaiju crawled into Kafka without Kafka's consent, kaiju number 8 and the precursor kaiju that created him seems to have completely and willingly surrendered his consciousness so that he doesn't overwrite Kafka's actions. Now, we don't know if this was 100% willing. It could be that Kafka's complete inability to interface with Kaiju, as represented by 0% compatibility, provided him with protection from whatever the Kaiju actually intended. But it really does look that Kaiju number 8 is completely subservient to the human that he possesses, just lending his strength and allowing the human to do as he pleases. Well, meanwhile, Kaiju number 9 brutally takes over humans, and if there's anything of the original human left in there, if he didn't just eat them and mimic their body, then he has completely taken over their mind. And that is a very interesting dynamic. Now, all of these paired things make me think that we're going to be seeing a lot more of Kaiju number 9 than we thought we would at the beginning. He's not just a one-off character, not the first character to drive Kaiju number 8 to the next power level. I think he's going to be a continuing main villain. He's such a perfect balance to Kafka. But this entire list of comparisons leads me to think that there might have been another comparison, one that we missed because we haven't seen Kaiju number 9's origin. I think that it's quite possible that Kaiju number 9 would have chosen his original human form in a way that mimics how the precursor Kaiju chose Kafka. And I don't know exactly how that play out. What would be the moral opposite of ecstatically finding somebody in a hospital and granting them your power? Hard to say. But this makes me think we might actually have a hint to why the precursor Kaiju was looking for Kafka in the first place. Why he chose someone who's selflessly defended another human. Why he chose someone like Kafka. I think Kaiju number 8 might have been sent to Earth to stand as a balancing force to Kaiju number 9, as in whoever sent Kaiju number 9, because there's almost certainly a greater power behind Kaiju number 9, sent Kaiju number 8 in as an avatar, as it were, to protect humanity or just foil Kaiju number 9's plans for his own end. And that's why Kaiju number 8 is so uniquely powered up and positioned to counter Kaiju number 9 specifically, because that is the job that Kaiju number 8 was designed to do. So what do you think? Is Kaiju number 8 a deliberate creation made to counter the villainous plans behind Kaiju number 9? Leave a like, and a comment below telling me what you think, or atomize my argument like one of Kaiju number 8's punches. Alright, go check out the links below the video to get a book copy of Humans Are Weird. I have the data, a book of human absurdity, or Dying Embers, Dragons, Aliens, and Things That Go Boom in the Night if you feel a need to break your heart. Peace out, my wonderful viewers.
The book from author Betty Adams, Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, is a humorous look at human behavior through the eyes of aliens. This book is arranged in separate reports or essays, documenting the experiences with humanity through the lens of the aliens who have to interact with them. This anthology of short stories and vignettes from alien points of view highlights some of humanity's quirks we can all relate to. Author Betty Adams captures how strange and interesting humans can really be. This is a fun collection of stories you will really get a kick out of. Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data, from author Betty Adams. Order your copy right now on Amazon.